I'm BELEAF Mel.
And we're here with episode 148 of
How Married Are You? Good job. Okay, my name BELEAF. This is Yvette, and we've been married
12 years.
Live in California. We got
4 kids.
Relationships scary is very necessary. We share our love struggles. We ask how married are you? Every week on a Thursday.
Shawty.
And then you're in the wedding party. It's okay if you want to put your hands up. You got the questions. We got the answers.
It's chocolate baby story time.
Chocolate baby story time.
It's chocolate baby story time.
1, 2, 3, and I kind of spaced out.
Wow.
I spaced out.
Chocolate baby
Spaced out.
story time.
Check 1, check 2. Chocolate baby story time. I got 1. You got plenty. I got 1. Yesterday.
Guys, I just want to let everybody know I didn't put lotion on my hands.
All right, time out. Your ADHD
is becoming worse.
It's like you know you got it, and now you just kind of like squirrel, lemon, sandwich. Like you're just all over the place, man. And it's been so frustrating lately because I've been having to remind you, like right now, I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk to you about something, and you just got distracted. So I've been like, even in the episode, you watched the episode today from BELEAF from Fatherhood, and we were in the car, and I was like, did you want something from the store? And you were like, I didn't even look at myself today. And I was like, ma'am. I'm like, your ADHD is wild right now.
I am woman. I am.
Don't blame it on all women. All women don't got ADHD. Anyway.
No, all women have multiple tabs open at any time. And so our attention can go from one thing to the next and then back to the other thing however we want it to.
And so men got a lot of tabs open too.
You know what? What is your chocolate baby story time? Because now you was distracted.
Well, I was trying to talk about it until you started talking about your ashy hands.
And you know what? You didn't even let me finish apologizing to the people. Don't be talking about me in the comment section in my ashy hands. They ashy. I know it. And that's just the way it is.
They not going to blame you. They're going to be like, if your husband cared about you, he'd have got some lotion. He would have noticed.
Look at you. You are very well lotioned right now. Look at you.
Okay, good for me.
That melanin popping.
I got a really quick one. We were on our way up to
where are we going?
The date night last night, and that's what the whole episode's about. So get ready. I got a voice memo that I listened to late.
Gosh, are you gonna play it for them? Because it's better if you just play it for them, and then their hearts are gonna melt, and everybody's gonna be jealous that nobody sent them that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I got this.
Type his name, child. That's how many people you've talked to since last night?
Yeah.
It's not.
I have a job.
No, you better.
Babe, I'm serious. Look, this is at 9:06 yesterday. Babe, I'll be working. I don't know what you're talking about.
You need to unplug. Become Yvette Unplugged.
Yeah, right. So
Unplug with Yvette.
I'll talk about everything in the world at once. Listen. Listen, guys. This is the message I got last night.
Let's go. Dad, I love you.
That's it. Uzi sent this message.
Let's go. Dad, I love you.
He asked Theo if he can send Dad a message, and it just was, Dad, I love you. And that...
It wasn't Dad and Mom because Dad was with Mom, and he knew Dad was with Mom. He said, Dad, I love you.
And that really counts. That right there put me in a whole different mood. I felt very good about myself. That was good.
Yes, it was super sweet. I am happy for you.
Thank you.
And jealous.
Okay.
I don't know which chocolate baby story time to share.
The 230 minutes?
Oh, no. I'm sharing this one. Let's just stay with Uzi for a little bit.
Okay.
Uzi has this thing right now where he's going to the... Okay, so... I do have it here. Okay, so I don't know where the thing is too, the funny thing about it is I was listening to Theo tell a story, was that today? And I was like, man, I must sound like you sound.
Babe, stay on Uzi. Stay on Uzi. Stay on Uzi, babe. What did Uzi do?
I just want love. Okay, so Uzi... He's having a hard time right now with peeing and stuff. I don't know what's going on, but he was potty trained, and then all of a sudden we've just been experiencing lots of accidents. Anyways, when he has to go to the potty, and it is like he says, I gotta go to the potty, and you must grab him and run to the potty.
Yep.
Anyways, he's been doing this thing where he's like, Mom, let me stand. And I was like, you're too short to stand. You can't stand. Like, I don't understand this whole standing thing. And then one time I did give him the stool and I let him stand, but I was just like, man, you just can't stand. You just can't. And then the other day we were all hanging out in our room, and then all of a sudden, like, Uzi was gone and he was in our bathroom using the potty, and I look in there and homeboy is sitting on the toilet backwards.
Yeah, he's reversing it.
So like, he's like, I can't stand, but I can still like.
Yeah, so he was facing the toilet and going in the bathroom, but still sitting on it.
So
was
it would
crazy.
be like if a man that was tall enough walked onto the toilet and then sat down. Walked to the toilet like he was going to stand and pee, but like continued that direction and then just sat down.
Yeah.
That is how Uzi was peeing on the toilet, and it was the most disturbing and cutest thing I had ever seen.
Yeah, super funny.
It was very innovative. I appreciate his
It looked kind of comfortable. I'm not gonna hold you.
What?
Because you have like this something to rest on if you sit on the back of the toilet. I'm not gonna try it or do it, but I just was like,
Glenn
yeah,
gonna try. He ain't gonna tell us he trying it, but he
I
gonna try it.
am not going to try it. Okay, today's episode, guys. I took Yvette out. It was like a fairy tale, but let's start in the beginning.
It was like a fairy tale.
Okay. I think it was like a fairy tale.
Okay, talk to me more.
Okay. So the other day, I'm like, oh man, it's this event up in LA we should go to, but we might not have childcare that late. And basically, John Legend was launching his Loved One products. And it's really dope because I got to be in a video interviewing John Legend about the Loved One products that he's launching, and they just launched yesterday. It's a really big deal. And so I was like, oh, we can go up there and, hang out. And Yvette's like, okay. Like, it didn't seem like you were really excited in the beginning, because it was like all of a sudden I gave you this opportunity, but then it's like a problem was presented and we had to find childcare that was going to stay there that late. Mm-hmm. So I asked our childcare, and she was down. She was like, of course, it's John Legend, go. Mm-hmm. I'm like, cool. And it wasn't just like we're going to a concert. It was like pretty much maybe 200.
It wasn't a concert.
It's like 200, 300 people will be there, but it's like you're kicking it with like all these celebrities and stuff like that. And I'm like, bet, we're going to go. And so Yvette's like, she's asking me information I don't know. What's the dress code? I don't know. What's the, and I'm like, I don't know. All I have is this. And I showed her my calendar with directions. And she's like, oh, just so upset. And
because we had an opportunity not too long ago to go to a brunch in LA, and we weren't able to make it. But then I started seeing people post about the brunch, and I saw what they were wearing, and I was like, I would have never thought to wear that extravagant of things. And I'm just realizing LA is just a whole other planet.
LA is
from my world that I live in. So I was like, dude, I'm not trying to show up dressed like a homeless bum or something, and all these people look so whatever. So I need to know what the dress code is. And Glenn had nothing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think LA should be a category of dress code, because it's kind of like dress to as much as you want to impress, and all this stuff fits, but just super fashion forward. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but we are not, like, people think that we live in LA.
We do not.
We do not live in LA. We do not live in Los Angeles.
Far from there.
We live in,
praise the Lord,
right next to a beach town that is very laid back.
Laid back. There's
not a lot of like Hollywood poppin' type people. Everybody here is like, they grew up here.
Now, Oprah does have a home nearby us.
Yeah.
So rumor has it. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, she probably got homes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, but it's not like we don't live in like that around a bunch of like black Hollywood. We don't live there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's first. But even when we go there, I'm always there like, oh, man. I'm glad that I have Yvette to go with me, because she is such a wild card in these situations.
Wait. That is not what I was expecting.
I know that people going to try to take offense to it, but listen to what I'm saying, and you'll catch me there. If you ever been to an LA event, right? And I don't know if many of our people have, but if you've been, you know what I'm talking about. It is very, I came here with my clique. I'm here to look cool. I'm not trying to like rub shoulders with nobody. It's not a networking type event, but it's like, oh, I've seen you before. Let's connect again. So you got to know somebody there in order to feel comfortable there. Whew. All right. So anyway, let's talk about the
But
outfit.
I'm the wild card. You didn't elaborate on that.
I'm going to elaborate later.
So what are we talking about now?
I wanted to go into your outfit.
Okay.
You choose an
So
outfit.
I didn't know what to wear. And honestly, like the way yesterday was set up, I didn't even have, like, it was pretty much impossible for me to go shopping. So I was like, I just spent some money on a couple different outfits and maybe I can make one of those work. So I was like, let me just look through my closet. And then I got a wild hair, I guess. That's not me being a wild card. I just got a wild hair. And I was like, you know what? I see people all the time on Instagram having their people help them get dressed and stuff. So I did that and it was fun. And apparently a lot of people who follow me on Instagram
know what they talking about.
But they was right. Like, y'all don't understand. My dress code, let me stand up. And for those of you guys who are listening, I am wearing some like, what are these called?
Shorts.
But they're like athletic shorts. They're not just whatever.
And they're not booty shorts. They're not tight. They're very
not, yeah. They're
free flowing. I don't know. It's like marathon shorts.
But these actually are legit because they are I usually wear like the, what is this called? Lord Jesus. I don't know.
They look like drawers.
You got to come to YouTube to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But basically, I'm a mom and I dress comfortable. I choose comfort over anything else.
Me too.
And so, yeah, you do.
Okay.
But you look good in a pair of sweats. Let me tell you something.
Oh my gosh.
And some basketball shorts. When you show off your legs, those little chicken legs.
Okay, sorry. I led you to that one.
You did. Okay, so let me get back on track. So anyway, I am a very athleisure person. Like, I'll just do a pair of leggings. I'll either wear my Birkenstocks or I'll wear a pair of Nikes. I will wear a tank top and a hoodie depending on the weather. It's just like, that's just my uniform. I don't have many things. And when it comes to opportunities like this to be Glenn's plus one, I'm always like, man, I wish I had like a clutch purse or a sweater or like something, you know, like just those staple things you can grab and make look cute or dressy. And I just don't have any of those things. So anywho, I pulled all the things I had out of my closet. Y'all, I put on these black leggings that I got for like a Target shoot that we did, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. How many years was that ago?
It was
Uzi was just born. So it had to have been like,
it was 2020.
yeah. So I put those on. They look like leather pants, but they're not leather pants. They're leggings.
They look good.
And they accentuate in all the right places. And then I was like, you know what? I've been working out and putting in some work. Let me just put on this little, it was like a crop top, but it was fitted, you know? And I was like, let me just put this on right here. And I put that on and I was like, okay, I think this is the base of the outfit. I felt cute in it. I felt like it looked LA to a certain respect. The only problem was I didn't have no shoes. So anyways, I went through multiple iterations of outfits, and Instagram, they chose outfit number 3. They was trying to have me out here all sexy and fine, but I just couldn't pull it off. And I probably could have, actually, because it wasn't cold.
Nah, you could have pulled it off for sure.
Yeah.
Either way, anything you would have did, you would have looked amazing.
Very good answer, babe. Very good response.
I wasn't doing that to be graded by you. I was really just saying that's the truth.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe you.
All right.
And so, anywho, outfit number 3, we're going to say for Jamaica, which we could talk about today, too.
No, we're not. You don't have that much time. This is a short episode. It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
If you guys want these episodes to be longer, send us some questions. Send us some anything you want at hello@howmarriedareyu.com.
No. hello@howmarriedareyoupodcast.com.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, anyways, I landed on a really cute outfit. It was basically that black on black outfit. I ended up having, because everybody was like, you need heels. I was like, what do you mean I need heels? I don't have heels.
Yeah. She didn't have heels.
I didn't have any heels. And then I was like, okay, I had to pick up the kids from on campus. I had Bree meet me at Nordstrom Rack.
Oh, word? That's how
Did you know
down?
that went down?
I did
No,
not.
I said, okay, Bree, I need you to meet me at Nordstrom Rack. So I picked up the kids. I drove to Nordstrom Rack. Bree was already there because Bree just always is clutch.
She's a G.
She took the kids. I took her car. I went into Nordstrom Rack. Y'all, I walked down like one aisle. Didn't really see. Was it the? Oh, no. I walked down one aisle. Then I walked down the second aisle. And I saw these high boots that were heels. And I was like, oh, everyone was telling me I needed boots. And they were on sale. So I was like, okay, let me grab these. Then I kept looking. And then I found some like black pumps, like heels or whatever. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to get these too. So I got 2 pairs of shoes. I ended up wearing the black heels and I looked great. We should show pictures.
Yeah, I think we should show pictures, and Anaya's reaction was perfect.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'm in the room, I'm getting dressed. I'm doing all the things. I even put on makeup, y'all. I put on makeup. I never put on makeup. I put on some makeup and I walk out of the bathroom and Glenn and Theo are in there. And Glenn and Theo are 2 peas in a pod, man. I tell you, they are
I said, babe, it looks good.
They're made from the
looks good,
cut
babe.
from the same
And then
cloth.
Theo goes,
He's trying
yeah,
to,
Mom.
And then Anaya comes in.
She's like, oh, Mom, wow.
And then she like comes, yeah.
With her shoulders going back and forth.
And I was like, this is why I had Anaya. Because if I was just in this house with all these boys, I would never get that energy. And I am so grateful to God above for blessing me with Anaya's eye, my Lord.
Me too. I'm glad you have her.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not Anaya, but I do want to get better at that.
I want you to catcall me. Practice. That's how they catcall?
From where I'm from.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't do it. Hey, shorty.
I don't mind that. Do it in a sexier voice. Do it in the... Do it.
No.
Do it right now.
All right, peas in a pod. No. Wild card. You don't like that phrase.
Yeah, why you call me a wild card?
All right, let's go on. Let's move forward. I'm
All
not
right.
going to cat call you right now. It's embarrassing.
No, just like holler at me.
Holler at you?
Holler at me.
From scratch?
Yeah.
Hello. You laugh and I say hello?
Because you didn't do it in your voice.
Oh, God. I'm not going to do that right now, but I promise you I will one day. Because listen, you
What
call
time
me
is
in
it?
here
That's
with,
true. I gotta
with
go.
An agenda.
Hurry up. Let's go.
Y'all,
I can never remember if she gets off at 6 or 6:30.
listen to me. Let me explain something real quick, guys. I'm going to mute Yvette's mic for a second. I've noticed something. We both have some form of ADHD. Yvette has it in a conversational, from a standpoint of a conversation. She's talking about something and it's just subject to subject to subject, subject. And then sometimes she'll just pause or like just put you on hold. And I'm like, I'm trying to stay on board to the conversation and it's getting very hard to follow this thread. I'll say that. And then for me, I have ADHD when it comes to getting stuff done. Like I'll start working on something and be like, oh, this over here and then this over here. And then I'm like, oh, let me clean the whiteboard. And I'm like, oh, let me screw this in. And then, then I want to hang this shelf. Like that's how I am.
I get that too, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how anything is getting done in our family. And I pray to God this doesn't come down to our children.
Oh, it has.
Anyway, all of them. Anyway, so we get into the car. Mm-hmm. We're headed up there. Yvette's like, already, I'm hungry. Right. So we're headed up there. We're talking about some stuff for the future and whatever. And we're really going in on this conversation. We get there. Yvette is freaking out because she got to pee. Right.
Freaking out?
Yeah. You kept saying, oh my gosh, I can't hold it. I got to pee. We got to stop. I'm hungry. Like it just was that. You remember? Anyway,
I don't think it was
we
like
get
that,
to the
but...
event and I'm like, babe, get out and go pee. She's like, I'm not walking in there by myself. I'm like, well, I don't know where to park because it's LA. And LA is just not it. Even though I understand for opportunity and work why people live there, it's just everything is happening. But it's just so ridiculous the way the streets are set up, the way the traffic is moving, the people the filth. It is ridiculous. And this is no disrespect to people who grew up in LA, but y'all know where y'all live, and that's not front. All right?
They had tennis courts in parking garages.
Yeah, yeah. It was wild. It was interesting. We were off of Sunset. So anyway, we get to this. We park, and then we're walking to the event, feeling okay. We walk in the doors, and Debbie Allen is standing there. And you guys know that my big crush throughout my entire life has always been Felicia Rashad, who's Debbie Allen's sister. And I just smiled. And I just said, did you see Debbie Allen right there? And Yvette was like, no, where? Oh my gosh, that's such a cute leather jacket. So then we walk into the event, and we literally walk in, and we're like in there for 3 minutes. And Yvette's like, so
what are we doing?
Yeah. Now, this is the wild card. This is where the wild card starts to show up. So we're kind of walking around. I'm like, yeah, basically, we're here to just stand around, make sure we're here, take some photos, take some video, kind of promote the event to our following, like show that we were here. Mm-hmm. And Yvette's kind of like, okay, cool. And she's walking around, and we're looking, and it's like really, it's not a good vibe, right? It's a great event. You could tell like people who supposed to be there, mm-hmm. But we don't know if we supposed to be there.
I knew I wasn't.
Right. Yvette knew that she wasn't.
I was ready to go.
So she was like, well, if I'm here, I'm finna have the time of my life.
Yeah.
So we walk up the stairs. I run into an older friend of mine who we worked with in the past before. Mm-hmm. And Yvette goes to the bar, and she walks up to the bartender, and she goes, hey,
I'll say
Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said, I'm not trying to be tacky, but are these drinks free?
Yes.
And he said, it's an open bar. And I was like, hallelujah.
Yeah.
And then Glenn passes me a $20 bill. And I was like, babe, it's an open bar.
I'm like,
he's
just give him a tip. Just give him a tip. Tip him.
I was like, okay, here you go. And he didn't even know. He was caught off guard by it. I was like,
why are you giving me money?
Yeah.
You know how much I'm being paid to be here?
Yeah.
And so we're up there. I'm talking to a couple people I know. And then like Chrissy Teigen and John are sitting there. And you could tell like a lot of the people there are some type of celebrity or something. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know who they were. Mm-hmm. And so we're walking around. Yvette's like, oh, it's a piano here. He's probably going to play the piano.
Sure did.
We should go stand next to the piano.
Sure did.
I was like, man, he ain't finna play the piano up in here because he's not here to work. He's here to mingle and celebrate. And then...
No. Now, let me tell you something, y'all. The piano... Okay, so it's a promo event for his brand or his new whatever called Loved One. Is that what it's called? It's called Loved One. Mm-hmm. And the piano is literally like the central attraction of the entire room. Do you now see that?
I see it now.
Yeah, it had flowers.
I didn't even notice the piano.
Candles and Loved One products. It was like a placement thing, right? It was product placement. I'm like, how you missed that, Mr. Belief in Fatherhood?
I don't know.
Anyways, I was like, we should probably stick close to the piano so that when he plays, we're nearby.
Yeah.
Well,
nigga like me not trying to fall in the pool. I'm like,
yeah, Glenn. I was like,
it's a
because
big
they
old
had
pool.
a DJ there, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And Glenn kept pulling me away from the pool,
because
as if I was gonna fall. I wasn't gonna fall.
Yvette is. I'm not trying to keep like going at you like that, but you do have a. I think you.
You think I'm clumsy?
I think you will fall in the pool.
Now, my heel did get stuck.
All right, yeah. Can we talk about that? Where were we at? Oh, yeah, we were walking downstairs, and Yvette was like walking, and she's like looking at me, and her face is like, babe, my heel's stuck. And I'm looking at her, I thought I was like, okay, pull it out.
And then you know what this man did? He took his foot and he tried to use it as a lever. I said, you need to get down there.
And pull the heel out. And then I was like, that's my first how married are you? Saving you, because I could have just left you right there. Be like, hold on real quick.
I was like, no, you need to be down there on the ground and get the heel out. And then I was sad because I was like, man, this is why I don't wear heels. So we are sitting up there, and then John starts playing the piano, and we are far away from him playing the piano, and everybody's standing around, phones are out. And so we go kind of up on a balcony thing next to where Chrissy was, and we're watching, and he's playing a song. And then he starts playing Ordinary People. Mm-hmm. And it was like the sweetest moment. Mm-hmm. Now, Yvette has always been like
oh my gosh, I want to dress up. I want to go out somewhere fancy. And this is us dressing up, going out somewhere fancy. This is exclusive-ish. Like, you can't really do this. You know what I'm saying? So we up in there, we chilling, and I'm like, oh man, Ordinary People, such a great song. And I'm listening to the song, and Yvette, it goes, she's looking up at me because she's sitting down, and I'm standing up, and she goes, dance with me. Dance with me. And I'm looking at her like, what? Dance with me. Like that. And I'm like,
because
here?
Like everyone else was like standing around the piano. People were climbing on top of like things to see him. They had their phones out. And I'm like, we aren't going to be able to see nothing.
And I'm just like, here? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, now? And she's like, yes. I was like, absolutely not.
I was like, we might as well. There's nothing else to do. But
and she was like, and I just felt like such a D word. I was like, oh God. Now she's got me feeling guilt tripped and trying to see how, because I didn't want to dance.
Yeah, the whole night.
Okay, don't go there. Don't go there because we danced.
We did.
All right, can I finish? All right, so look, so I didn't want to dance. And I'm like, okay, you want to dance. I don't want to dance. It's even. We both not getting what we want, right?
Oh my goodness.
But she goes, yeah, let's dance. And so I was like, fine, let's go dance over here. So what I was trying to do was get out the way so nobody could see us. But it turns out we go down the stairs and man, it's one thing to say, okay, dance, right? And so we're slow dancing to Ordinary People.
While John Legend is playing the piano and singing it live, mind you. So, okay, I see where you're going with the fairy tale situation.
It's a very beautiful moment. Yeah. And so we're dancing, and Yvette is like starting to do the wild card-ish, right? The wild card-ish. So she's like, dip me. And I'm like, you can't just dip. You gotta step into a dip and plan because I gotta stick my leg out far enough. But if I just dip you when you want to be dipped, I could throw on my back and we both end up in the pool. So I was like, hold on, like chill. So she started like spinning back and dipping and twisting and like knocking my glasses off my face. I'm like, it is dark in here. Slow down. And then the lady security guard was like, can I film you guys? And she filmed us dancing, and it was so awkward, but it was us.
I didn't think it was awkward.
I know you didn't. But I was looking around like Theo looks around. Like Theo looks around seeing if anybody's watching. I'm looking around and I'm like, oh my gosh, Ordinary People. Okay, we're just Ordinary People. And then turns out, shout out to the DJ who was there. I think her name is I Am Miss Her. Super dope DJ. Miss Her is her name. And she was filming us too. And
she was?
She was, yeah. Because I asked her, I was like, hey, can I take a video of you or whatever? And she was like, I love the way you film your family. Da, da, da. So she already knew who he was, and it was cool just to kind of make that connection. But we're dancing, and it was great. And then he started playing All of Me. We danced some more. And then it was very sweet. But like you were like spinning around. It was like, I was like, oh my gosh.
But the whole time, Glenn is like grabbing my elbows.
Yeah, because she kept trying to get loose. And I was like, I had to like kind of put my hands on her back and like kind of tell her, because she wasn't even dancing on beat. We're just ordinary people. Dun, 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 like back and forth. Like we were coming back.
I was dancing
Babe,
on
you weren't.
beat.
That's why I had to kind of keep you in the pocket. So I was tapping on the back when her feet should land, so we were not gonna be in the pool. We were right next to the pool. I don't think you guys understand. Now, if we would have been the only wet people walking out of that place, that would have been we would never have been invited back.
But we would have gone viral.
Yeah. Going viral for the wrong reason. Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
No.
And I think that would have made the night all the better.
Can you imagine he's singing and then we fall in the pool and then everybody turns their phones and looks at the pool and then John stops singing and he's like, oh no, someone's in the pool. And then everybody
and then he comes over and helps us out.
No.
And then it's like, hello, John.
Security, somebody else would have came and helped this out. But we definitely wouldn't have made the connections that we made afterwards. So, great time. Mm-hmm. After that, we had dinner at the same hotel it was at. Mm-hmm. We had risotto and a bunch of other nasty stuff, actually. The rest of the stuff wasn't that good.
I liked the pita bread.
The pita bread was good.
The pita bread was good.
And then Yvette drove back because I had a women's
That's my How Married Are You, fool.
Oh, okay.
You
What else?
had a women's what? You had a women's drink?
Yeah, I had an International Women's Day drink. It tastes like potpourri and perfume and vodka. I was like, man, this is an experience. It was good though.
It was
good, but you could taste that potpourri.
But when
heavy.
Glenn said potpourri, I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what it tastes like. I don't know what potpourri tastes like, but if it were to taste like something, it tastes like that drink.
Yeah, 100%. And what else? That was pretty much it.
Yes.
was
Glenn
great.
cracked me up all night. It was fun. It was like the event itself, I feel like was okay, but the company was like,
Yeah, we
was
made
like,
it.
I
Yeah.
can rock with you.
Yeah, it was fun to be with you in that setting, you know. But I'm also kind of nervous because I'm like, okay, now she knows, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be doing this all the time. I feel like, okay, immediately we have to start practicing dancing. I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you were talking about dipping and you have to do this, that, and the other, I'm like, well, if we did it more often, then maybe I would know.
Yeah.
But you are literally my only dancing partner. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. Like ever. In
Well,
the
I didn't- that's
history
not my
of
fault.
Yvette Henry.
It's not my fault. Nobody teach you how to dance.
But you're like the only man that I've ever danced with.
You've been to some proms, dates, and cotillions or some crap.
I did
with
go
other
to a cotillion.
people, and if they ain't dance with you, that's a problem.
The cotillion was probably the only time that I've danced with another man or boy.
And he probably was trash at dancing, and that's the problem. I'm just
But-
saying that I understand, but you know what I'm saying though?
No.
I don't want to hear that.
I think you know what you're saying about we need to have more reps on the dance floor.
I agree with what you're saying. I'm saying that. I just didn't realize it was as bad as. Oh, God, you're so dramatic. Can you please stop being dramatic so we can get through this? Please. So I'm just saying that I'm not saying that the dancing was bad. I'm just saying that it's a lose-lose. Even though no matter how I try to explain myself, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to explain myself well. So,
But you know what? Who will always dance with me? My children. Most of them.
do you know you're my only in a lot of different areas?
What am I your only?
A lot of different areas.
Give me one. You always say that. This is like the second time he's been like, I'm very attracted to you for a lot of different reasons. Name one. Give me one. Give me one only. One only. You may not leave this podcast until you give me one only.
How you gonna tell me what I can and can't do?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, so you're the only person that I can like be my full self in front of. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the only person I can do that with. And you're the only person I can like build this life with, this company with. It's a lot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes we rock like we got other options, and we don't. You know what I'm saying?
You mean like other options as far as future husband or wife?
No, like other people that are gonna invest and believe in you as much as like I treat you like you are the only one. Mm. I think that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, dancing is a necessity at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be out here looking crazy and scared to fall in a pool at a party. That's ridiculous.
I mean, anybody could have been afraid to fall in the pool, even if they could dance. That pool was a waste of space. Yeah. It was like that could have been more floor space for all of us to walk around.
100%. Okay. How married are you?
I'm so married that last night I drove home from LA to North San Diego County, which is about, well, it was more like 1 hour and 45 minutes, but it could be anywhere from 2 to 3 to 5 hours, depending on traffic. But because it was in the middle of the night, there was nobody on the road. And Glenn was snoring up a storm. It was a lovely sound.
Oh, gosh.
How married are you, my love?
Just so they know, you've probably driven less than 15 times while I'm in a car in our entire 12 years.
Yeah, he doesn't really let me drive very often. But the fact that he fell asleep is just a different level of trust.
Yeah.
In our relationship after 12 plus years of marriage.
If we die, we die.
Yes. I asked you already. How married are you?
Okay, I'm so married. This is so gross. We were leaving the event, and as soon as we turned the corner from where the opening of the venue was,
Before you go there, you need to tell them how steep the hill was. That is a very important piece of information. You
Okay.
cannot leave it out.
Yvette was walking in them pumps that y'all made her get. And she was, oh my goodness, this is starting to hurt. I can't do this. I can't do this. This woman takes off her shoe in LA and puts her feet on the ground and
Just
goes,
one
I'm not
foot.
doing this. I'm walking. And takes her one shoe off. And I said, you better put that shoe back on your foot. That is gross. Do you know what we are? Do you know what we are? I was like, you better put that shoe back on. I like touching your feet. Put that shoe on. I don't touch your feet, girl.
When's the last time you touched? You do touch.
How
my
many
feet.
times have I touched your feet versus how many times have you touched mine?
Early on in our marriage, I was tending to those feet.
Yeah, and you abandoned them, and now they look like dogs.
You do touch my feet, babe.
Babe, I take good care of your feet. I've put more feet. Come on, man, don't play me. Let me finish. The girl tried to take off her shoes in LA. I said, put the shoe on. I put her on my back, and I carried her from the venue to the valet.
Yeah, it was a very steep hill.
It was a steep hill.
And it was like when I was walking down the hill, my feet were going into like the little triangle part of the thing, but my feet aren't made like a triangle.
Yeah, she had to put a lot of effort into walking in those last.
And so
15 minutes, yeah.
So yeah, babe, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and you know what the worst part about that whole situation was? I knew that I wasn't driving, and the valet opened the car door for the passenger for my wife, and I was like, sorry, I'm getting in on this side. All right.
And that's just how married we are.